Be honest. Have you ever laid in bed at 1 in the morning, staring at the ceiling, replaying the same question over and over? Do they actually like me back? And then you do the thing we have all done. You open the chat, you zoom in on every period, every emoji, every haha, trying to decode some hidden meaning. If you are nodding right now, congrats, you are in the right place. Today I am giving you 7 real, everyday signs, things people do without even realizing they're giving themselves away. Stick around for sign 4 especially. It is the 190% of people totally miss, but it might honestly be the most reliable sign on this whole list. Sign 1. They remember tiny details you do not even remember saying. Think back. Has someone ever brought up some tiny, random detail you mentioned weeks ago? Something even you had forgotten you said. For example, you mentioned once, I am kind of scared of dogs. Just small talk. 2 weeks later you are hanging out, and they quietly steer you away from a barking dog without you even asking. Sounds small, but it is actually a really strong sign. Normally our brains do not hang on to random stuff about people we do not care about. It just does not stick. So if someone remembers the tiny fragments of things you have said, somewhere in their head, you have been marked as important. Sign 2. Their body language is hard to fake. Next time you are hanging out in a group, watch how they sit. Someone who likes you will often turn their whole body toward you. Even their feet, even while they are talking to someone else. Like their body just naturally points at whoever matters most in the room. There is another one too. They start copying you without realizing it. You push your hair back. A few seconds later, so do they. You cross your arms. They cross theirs. Nobody does this on purpose. It just happens automatically when your brain likes being around someone. Sign 3. They make up flimsy excuses just to be near you. Oh, I just happened to be walking by. Sound familiar? When someone likes you, they start inventing reasons, even flimsy ones, just to end up near you. Suddenly borrowing a pen when they have got a full pack at home. Suddenly needing to run an errand somewhere that is nowhere near their place, but very much near yours. Suddenly it is on the way, even though it adds 10 minutes to their route. The flimsier the excuse, the more obvious it is. Because if there is nothing there, people do not bother making up reasons. They just do not show up. Sign 4. They get randomly, irrationally jealous. Okay, this is the one I promised you at the start. The one most people miss. Mostly because it does not even feel sweet. Sometimes it is honestly a little annoying. Pay attention next time you bring up someone else. A classmate, a coworker, does not matter. Does their tone shift a little? Do they suddenly fire off questions like, wait, how close are you two? Or do they just change the subject fast? You do not need to be in love to feel jealous. It comes from something simpler. The fear of losing your spot in someone's life. If they have zero actual reason to worry and they still react like that, it means you already hold a spot worth protecting. Sign 5. Their friends already know before you even suspect anything. This one is a bit indirect, but shockingly accurate. Watch how their friends act when you show up. Does someone smirk, exchange a look, or drop a random comment like, wow, somebody is up early today? People are usually terrible at hiding things from their close friends, even if they are managing to hide it from you. So if their friend group gets a little weird or tease every time you are around, the secret is probably already out. You are just the last one to know. Sign 6. They act completely different alone with you versus in a group. In a group, they might seem relaxed, chatty, treating everyone the same, but when it is just the two of you, notice if the energy shifts. Maybe they get a little awkward, talk faster, laugh more than usual, or the opposite, they go quiet, like they are holding themselves back. That shift is the tell. It means being alone with you feels different to them than being alone with anyone else. Sign 7. Their texting speed is weirdly consistent. Last one, small thing, but once you notice it, you cannot unsee it. Someone who is not into you texts randomly, 2 minutes, then 5 hours later, no pattern, but someone who likes you tends to do something oddly specific. They will not reply instantly because they do not want to seem too eager. But they will not leave you hanging too long either. So their replies land in this just enough window. 15, 20 minutes. Feels casual on the surface. But really, they saw it ages ago. Notice if their texts show up even when they are supposedly busy. In class, at work, and they still make time to reply to you first. That is basically the tell. So there you go. 7 signs that seem pretty ordinary on their own. But put together, they paint a pretty clear picture. You do not need all 7 to line up. Even 2 or 3 showing up consistently is usually enough to feel a little more confident taking the next step. So which one hit closest to home for you? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. And who knows, your story might end up in the next video. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you do not miss the next Reading People video. See you in the next one.